Today is part 1 of the transporter build. We've got cambelt, servicing, and I think we're going to strip out the back and see what's there. So let's head down to the workshop. So, starting the cambelt now. Engine bay is taken apart, as you can see in there, and starting to strip off the cambelt in here. Plus side, just been told these have common issue for drive shafts in the bed, and we have new one. So I don't know what condition the other side one's in.
That's generally right.
Yeah. So it's just on the longer side of the shaft. Fair enough. Oh, there's nothing wet under here, which is good. So, aux belt off, cam belt next. So, while Tom's working on the timing belt, I'm going to try and do the cabin filter. The cabin filter on a T5 transport is located up under the passenger side of the dashboard. To release the cover, you need to remove the 3 T20 Torx. You've got 2 5.5mm bolts. Once you pull the cover off, you can then reveal the pollen filter. Judging by the state of this, I'm going to go ahead and assume that this has never been changed. So, I'm going to put in the new unit, bolt it all back together, and now I'm going to go and check how Tom is getting on with the cam belt. Checking back in with Tom, who's doing the cam belt, which is a bit more of a difficult task compared to my pollen filter. In Volkswagen's infinite wisdom, you have to pin this tensioner back, which then reveals the second bolt. But to do that is right down the side of the engine down there, which is just an absolute nightmare. So yeah, engineers versus mechanics, the age-old thing. So Tom is just pinning the timing so that nothing moves, and then we can release the tensioner to take the belt off. One timing pin there, and then there's another timing pin going in down the bottom. The other thing worth doing, even when you have pins in place, is just go in and mark with a Tipp-Ex on the camshafts and crankshaft to give you just a bit of peace of mind to make sure that you've definitely got it in time when it goes back together, just in case anything slips. One thing we noticed is on the turbo inlet, there's a slight bit of oil in there, and there is a bit of play on the shaft, so at some point I'll need to get in there and rebuild the turbo. That's a job for another day, not today. So yeah, making progress. Where's where you've seen worse?
Oh, I've seen worse, yeah. There you go.
You get the water pump out. So, look at the cam belt.
Ooh, your tensioner's noisy.
Doesn't seem to be cracking or anything in the belt. It looks fairly alright. But have a listen to that.
Oh dear.
That's the tensioner for the cam belt. So even if this hadn't snapped, that could have gone pop.
It's getting a bit
very soon.
tasty, that was.
Yeah, well, let's hope there's another tensioner in the box. One thing you should always do is check your parts. So for example, check belt length, which is same. That's your new belt. You then got new water pump, new pulley in there, and then you've also got the new tensioner. So if I grab the other one, so the old one sounds like this. The new one, A, has much more tension on it, so you can't spin it, but is completely quiet, which is what you want. And they look the same, which is also what you want. Started to move.
There it is. Bit of distortion in the rear cover down there.
the side of the engine casing.
Yeah.
Plastic covers a little bit.
Don't think it'll hurt it. It's only
It's sat against the tensioner, or against the
very
pulley,
close. Yeah. Just push it on.
Feed around.
Yeah. Make sure it's on everything. Right. Now, if I've done it correctly, pull the pin, takes out your slack. Yeah, you've got to manually tension it as well. But you leave these free. I just need to get a better light on the situation. And then you've got your needle and pointer, which is down there. So you put an Allen key in. There's an arrow on your tensioner to go clockwise on these. Clockwise. Yes, that's going the other way. So that's good. So you've got room on the slots for it to move. You put your pointer up to a little groove. Tight. There she goes.
There we go.
Cool.
So all the pins are out now for the timing system.
Over twice.
Belt's all tensioned up, and then Tom's just going to go down the bottom and turn over the crank, which is where that's just gone on to down the bottom. So then you can see how your engine timing system works. You see that's just turning over, so just checking that the tensioner there is happy and that this is all good. The belt doesn't pop off in any weird direction or anything like that. And more importantly, making sure that the valves aren't contacting the pistons inside, and the fact that you've kept the timing all in the right place. So as you can see in this process, I was completely required throughout the entire thing, putting the van back together. Not. Now that the engine is all completely timed up, he's moved on to putting all the components back in that we had to remove to do this. Starting with the cam belt cover, the bottom pulley, engine mount, aux belt tensioner, crank pulley, and once all of that was put back together, a fresh new auxiliary belt just to complete the job. While Tom got cracking on with that, I decided to start filling up the coolant reservoir, ready to bleed the system and remove any air once we've gone for the first start. First start. Wait for that to bleed down. Back together. See if the water pump starts leaking now, because that's a common thing to move. Well, day one complete. Cam belt is successfully done, it's serviced, and we've got everything sorted that I wanted to get done. I didn't bother showing the oil change purely because you guys have seen me do that before, so I don't really see the point in doing it again. It's all fairly straightforward stuff. Tomorrow we're going to head out in the morning. Jess has been dying to drive it. We really haven't driven it much, just due to the cam belt really. It's been a concern, and I've snapped one before, so didn't fancy driving a vehicle and snapping it again. So yeah, we're going to head out in the morning. She's going to take it on her route to work so she can feel what it's like for width and everything else, because obviously her daily driver is the Mini. So this will be replacing that eventually once we know that this is reliable and good to go. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the morning when we go out for a coffee.
Good morning.
Morning. Just had to top up the coolant because it had bled on its way home from the workshop last night. So, onwards.
Floating on cloud nine. Do you feel the winds are turning round? 'Cause what goes up must always come back down. I'll be safe in your arms, like the light in the day never part. me fight. Come back down to earth. It's just as good as up there. Gonna keep you near, 'cause you're all I need, my dear. Do you feel the winds are turning round? 'Cause what goes up must always come back down.
Good morning, everybody, from a beautiful Marizaya beach.
Not
Say
bad,
morning.
is it? Morning. I was not expecting to have a camera pushed to my face, if I'm honest.
Would you like to give everybody a brief update on your foot?
For everyone that's following along with the chronicles of my feet, I'm now walking. It does, however, hurt to walk on uneven surfaces, as I've since found out. But the reason we've come out today is because Jess wanted to get a little bit more confident driving the van, because we've not really driven it because of the cambelt being a little bit, how's your father? And the bearing, as we found out yesterday, it was probably quite good that we didn't drive it. So yeah, we come out to get a bit more confident. We've done our route to work, and we decided to come down and get a McDonald's coffee and have a look at the mount, because we rarely come out this way.
It's a beautiful weekend.
It is, plus it is a really nice weekend. It's the first good weekend that we've had, I'd say, probably this year. I think it's only taken 3 months. To the point
Feels
it's
so
not
good
raining.
to be outside.
And literally everyone's in the sea. But it's nice because locals seem to get parked.
Alex didn't bring his little mancunian, so unfortunately we're not going in.
No, to be fair, that's the last time we were here actually on the beach, was when we weighed the norm.
And you got in
And I got in
as a forfeit.
because I lost a bet.
Need to get myself a wetsuit.
She had to get in the sea.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
So
tempting.
we're going to drink our coffees and then we're going to head back to the workshop and start stripping out Transporker.
No, she's not called Transporker. She's called Nelly.
Nelly the Transporker.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
fine.
So we're going to go strip out the Transporker, and because if anyone saw the story yesterday that I put on Instagram, you'll have seen that half the back doors are insulated. So I want to have a look at the rest of it, and also we need to run electrical eventually. So yeah, everything's got to come out. Start with a clean base,
Let's
and
see
then
what's underneath the carpet.
go from there.
Go past.
If anyone's ever in Marazion, fish and chip shop, the Tudor Chippy.
Hit them up.
That is the one that Dale owns, that has the fridge van from last week's, or whenever it was, video, the one that we drove. So if anyone's ever in Marazion, go and check out the Tudor Chippy, because it's good.
And don't vlog and drive.
Obviously yesterday, if you follow us on Instagram, you saw I put up this story. So just popped off the back door panel, because I'm working on something to go on the outside of the Transporker. And this is all you don't trust when someone says they've insulated a van, unless they can provide photos. I hope you can see the issue. Well, because of this, we now need to empty all of this out. So
We've got a new trusty movable storage solution, courtesy of Alex's dad. Thank you, Chris. Every little helps.
oh dear. Anyway, we need to get all of that into here so we can start stripping everything out. Back into the van, emptied. So, I reckon first job, work out how the hell to get the seats out,
Yeah.
and then we'll start stripping walls out.
Let's go.
And we'll get rid of these very 2000s
No, don't.
6x9s.
There's nothing wrong with these. Alex is so cruel. I'm really sorry if he offends anybody. Nothing wrong with these people.
There's nothing wrong with 6x9s, it's just nobody uses them anymore. It's a very early 2000s, you've got a Saxo, you've put them in your parcel shelf. Nobody uses them anymore. People just upgrading the doors.
Stop being a bitch.
Rude. So yeah, we've got to work out how to take all these walls out, because neither of us have ever done anything on a transporter before. So,
Here you go.
luckily, the guy previously used silver screws, so you can see exactly where all the screws are very easily. But first, we've got some new studio lights, so we're going to set those up first, because in here is so dark, and then inside the van as well. So we're going to set those up, make sure you guys can actually see what we're doing. Jess has just found one installed.
Yeah. Studio light. What more do you want?
Oh yeah.
Excellent lighting. So this is before the lights. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Give me some light. It's very white. Oh, you can do different colours. Now he's rigged up the second light. I've been told to do another before and after. So this is before. And this is after, obviously.
I can't see this, so I'm just going to assume it looks alright. But
Anyway, let's get these seats out. So like we said in a previous video, these seats are not transporter seats, they are Ford Transit Connects. Oh, custom. Transit Custom seats. They're a little bit grubby, but they're perfectly fine for what we need. But for today, we're going to just get them out the way.
so we've figured out the back goes down like that. The bases though, lever on the side.
Oh.
And that does that. And for them to come out,
Slight interlude.
yeah.
Do, 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 do.
How the hell do they come out?
Give me some credit. It's time to give Jess some credit.
After lots of googling and really, well, not even googling, we googled it and couldn't find anything. These pop out whenever you deactivate or unhook, whatever it is. And Jess went, "What's this?"
That'll do it. Not
And
just a pretty face.
Now it comes out, and to literally put it back in, you just. Which is good to know that they're very nice and easy to take out.
Simples.
So now that should lift out.
Out they go.
Oh, and of course they don't sit on the ground, do they? They're going to be fun to store.
Yeah, just have to stack them.
Yeah. So, second one.
Oopsie.
It's out! Oh, I can't even slide
Wait,
out.
let me help you.
Hang on.
Don't lift that on your own.
It's fine. It's not heavy. It's just awkward because it's on the rails.
This is what I've got to deal with.
It's wet.
Ew.
Well, it's not wet. It's like, you know when something looks wet, but actually it's just like sticky.
Ugh.
That's what's all over where I need to grab.
They need a really good clean.
Right, I'm literally just going to flop that on the floor and trip over it later. So,
Yay.
we have a stripped out transporter.
Stop saying that.
Calvin, thank you for that by the way, is the best thing ever that annoys the hell out of Jess.
Calvin, screw you.
She loves it really.
No, I don't.
Well, we've decided that since this is technically Jess's van, she needs to be the one to start taking things apart, not that. They should just come off with the wall. So the 6x9 should come with it. Now what I'd recommend to do is if you start from the bottom, because if you start at the top eventually it'll just fall on you. So if you start with taking the screws out, that's not got anything in it, that's not got anything in it.
That's what I was about.
So is there anything in the middle?
This one here.
Yeah, so take that one up.
Thanks for explaining it.
And she's fallen.
Timber!
Oh, Jesus.
The bigger
She's
they
dropping
are.
everything.
Oh.
Right, let's move these out of the way. And let's see
What will be behind.
Jessica, pull it out.
I hope there's no like mice.
Oh, there's boards in 2 sections.
Oh.
So how are these attached? Oh, gently does it, I think. Pull out of there and out of there. There we go. So.
Out to you, sir.
Off you come.
Ready?
It's carpeted, it doesn't work like that, you tit. This is heavy with one hand, come on. Up against the Land Rover.
Nicely.
So he's made it out of one sheet.
Yeah, don't put those on the Land Rover. Move it this way.
I wasn't going to put it down. What I need to do is strip the carpet off and see, because we want to reuse as much of this as possible.
Yeah, ply's expensive these days, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, and he's not done too much of a bad job with the ply. However, this, I need to work out what's building up this, because I don't want that there. I'm going to take these out. So.
Looking like there is some behind the panel, to be fair.
Okay. So we've got the original ply panels here and here. So next job is try and get these little bastard clips out.
How do they get out?
Generally you break them out. Careful peeling that off. Or you wanted to peel that off. Need to be careful with it around the window sills. So yeah, we're literally just going to break the panels out and then rip the panels off. Because, well, they're only hardboard anyway. So it does, however, look like there is insulation behind that you can see. But it doesn't look like it necessarily goes all the way. So we'll see what's behind these. We'll come back to you once this panel's off.
Sorry, ladies, I had to bring in the hired help. Jeez Louise.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
So, it is somewhat insulated compared to what we did in Norm. Well, to be fair, it looks like it's just dropped. A lot of dust comes out of this, which is Jess's favourite thing in the world.
But it doesn't feel damp. There's no water.
No.
I know it hasn't been used as a camper van, but it doesn't look like it's mouldy. It doesn't look like there's rust or water or anything. It looks...
No, everything's bone... Everything's bone dry. This is not, before anyone says, that is not fiberglass insulation. It is sheep's wool insulation. So as far as I'm aware, you don't have to be careful breathing it in.
We haven't actually checked, so maybe we should Google it.
No, it's not. My hands be itching already. And it's not glass fibre, you can tell.
Yeah, it looks natural, doesn't it?
I think there's going to be insulation up behind this.
What, so you're thinking we'll take out the insulation for now, save it?
Take out the insulation, save it, clean everything, because you can see all the crap that's around.
It also will allow us to see if we want to make any cubbies.
Well, this is going to be a cubby here and there. So, to be fair, half this insulation will have to be cut out the middle anyway.
Okay, so we're taking out the insulation for now.
Yeah, just because of the amount of dust it's making. We're not going to re-plyboard it today. So, we'll get rid of the insulation. I say get rid, we'll keep. But
yeah.
We'll take it
Do
out.
you want to get a bin bag then?
Yes. Bin bag. That was a good idea.
I'm full of good ideas. He has no faith in me.
So, like I say, we'll keep hold of this. Leaving it in there with the amount of dust that is creating just trying to pull it out. So what you've got to do is almost claw this out and just work it off. Anyone want any Volkswagen roof lights for any use to anybody? No clips broken. Genuinely, no clips broken. But we have 2 perfectly good roof lights. Yeah.
get the roof down.
I think we need to fully visualise the space, we need everything out.
We are both, in particular me, very visual people, and I can't picture what the van is going to be like until it's in this state. So this is really helpful to see.
It's the first time we've had the seats out, and it gives you a real idea of the space that's in here. So one thing that would be good is or lack of. What would be nice is to lay tape. We ordered a fridge the other day on Amazon, so it'd be good. I think the fridge is going to live in that corner with some straps to hold it in place behind the driver's seat. And we'll put a little USB socket down. 12 volts.
Maybe. Socket. I'm keen to have it slide out from underneath the bed here.
I'm looking at how little space there is for like boot garage space.
But in the summer, you could just come to the sliding door and pull it out and get, an ice lolly or a cider.
I think you're overestimating
a bottle of
how
wine.
big this van is. You can just reach.
No, I could have it here.
But one thing I've noticed is how rusty those seat bases are. That one's going to be going, the double. But it'd be nice to paint that before we put in the... It just looks a bit rusty and crusty. Maybe when I'm doing the wheels...
She's an old girl.
She is an old girl. But maybe when I'm doing the wheels... Oh, also, transporters are a disease. Like, since buying one, realising how many are actually on the road is unreal.
They're so popular.
But anyway. Oh.
Let's get the roof down. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no broken clips. So if anyone wants a separator panel, because...
We might reuse it.
I don't think we will. It bugs me that doesn't stay in place. But yeah, if anyone wants a separator panel, again, no broken clips. Does come with a free snail.
That's where all the snail trails have come from.
There's a snail trail up on the roof. I doubt you'll see it with the camera because it'll be too dark. But there's a snail trail there.
We found him.
So we found
a culprit.
Skeletonized snail. But yeah, no broken clips. If anybody wants that, drop us a message and we will try and post it to you without it getting snapped.
Yeah.
But right.
And the same for the double seat front.
Oh yeah, if anybody
is going to be coming out.
If anybody Cornwall based or anybody that is willing to pay for shipping, I will find a pallet and pallet it up for free. But we are going to be selling the double seat and the double seat base.
Yeah, this double seat
and
the
interior
base.
is literally immaculate.
They're very tidy. No tears, no scarfs.
No, there's not even any scuffs on the back of them. So if anybody wants a double seat, we will ship it to you if you come for shipping, because to be honest, they're not worth a great deal. But if we don't do anything with it, it's just going to go to the tip. And considering how clean it is, it seems a shame. Also, the driver's seat, actually.
Oh,
so
the driver's seat.
Passenger seat and base,
all
and then
seats.
the driver's seat
with the arm.
With both arms.
Both arms. Arms both sides.
Both work. If I put that, there's a little bit of wear on the bolster there, but
yeah, that's where the wear is on that bit there.
Yeah, but generally
other than that, they're tidy, aren't they?
It's in good condition. The arms both work and stop at the right points, but we're keeping this seat base, so it would just be the seat, but then seat and base for the double. Right. Right,
get the roof down.
Let's
stop doing down.
Hello.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome to my hole.
Destruction chamber.
Literally. Well, it's all emptied now.
She's stripped.
Just caught my nail.
Just needs a bit of clean up. A vac and some tar and glue.
Yeah, I mean, this insulation pretty much like rubs off. So what I'll do is get some tar and glue and just tidy it
I know a lot of people might think we should have just left that in, and maybe we should have just left it in, but I think it's just helpful to see a blank canvas.
Well, you know, the thing is as well, you just never know. Like, we bought our first van and the floor was rusty as hell. Not like it had holes in it, but if we hadn't have treated it, it would have become problematic in the future. So I think many of you will agree, start with the base.
And we plan to keep this van for a long time, hopefully.
Yeah, so as we've said before, we're planning to buy or do 2 vans this year. Both of them are keepers. Like, normally built to the Arctic, we knew we were going to sell him. We've ended up keeping him 1.5 years longer than we thought we were going to.
We don't want to let go of it.
Because we don't want to let go of it. We love that van to pieces, and it's been amazing for what we've wanted to do.
So the seats are back in for a minute, just so we can transport them and not try and find a home for them at storage. And hopefully this will all be gone next time I show you the inside of the van.
So it's Monday and I'm doing this on my lunch break. If anyone wants a real good tar and glue kind of valeting sticky remover, TARDIS by AutoSmart is the move. I've got some in a spray bottle. I'll jump inside and I'll show you how easy it is to clean the door off, because the back already done in comparison to here. So yeah, I'll get inside, shut the slider, show you how easy it is. Inside the slider is a little bit furry, and all we do is just take a lid of this, spray it on. Now this is probably going to take a few attempts because there's a lot of insulation left in this door. I could take more time to clean it out, but to be honest, I can't be bothered. So yeah, we'll spray that on and then wait 2 minutes and all that just wipes straight off. It's been a couple of minutes later, so all we're going to do is just do that. Leave this stuff to soak and it will literally just eat through any sort of adhesive you've got on. If you've got some more that's sort of stuck on places, you can just spray it again, or if the surface is still wet, just leave it a little bit longer. But you can see just how easy that was to clear out. And then bottom area was sprayed as well at the same time. Just give it, like I say, some places where it's thicker insulation will stick a bit more, but yeah, for the most part, straight off. You can see it all on the floor. So just give it a wipe. So again, I'm not worried about this being perfect, but the amount of dust that this generates driving around, and I don't know how long it's going to be until we get some covering on it. So just wanted to get off the crux of it, which, as you can see, is now done. How much better does that look? Literally everything completely cleaned off. All the back corners, everything is all clean. Now, I know a lot of you are probably going, well, that was pretty pointless. And to be honest, it probably was. But it does feel nice to be starting with essentially what is a clean base. We need to work out what of this carpet we're going to keep in different places. My reluctance to pull it out is because it's so nicely fitted behind this seal, and with the walls that we're planning, I don't know if you'll really see that anyway. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave you for this week. I feel like we've got a good base to start and move forward with, and the stuff coming in a few weeks it's exciting. I can't wait. I'm really excited about the little van. So yeah, stick with us. Videos will be coming sequentially now for the van. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.